Hello everyone, my name is Matt. I'm actually the owner winemaker for Buscador. Get your wine at buscadorwine.com. Big hello to all my wine club members. This is mostly for you guys. Welcome to my office. This is not a bad place to work, I do say so myself. Side note, I'm not a Yankees fan, I'm a Padres fan. Or this is a hat I grabbed this morning when it was dark. So, what am I here to talk about? As quickly as possible, I'm going to go through red wine fining. What is fining? Fining is it's many things, but what we're going to work on is actually removing compounds from this barrel of wine that I just don't want in here, which changes the mouthfeel of the wine itself. So what are we going to remove? We're going to remove polyphenols. What are polyphenols? Polyphenols, better known to you as tannins. How do you experience tannins? Basically, when you take that first sip of wine and your mouth puckers, tannins are negatively charged molecules, and what they're attracted to are the positively charged protein molecules that are in solution in your mouth. And what happens is they react together, and that creates that pucker sensation you have in your mouth. Now, tannins aren't necessarily bad. In fact, they're very, very good for the wine. However, harsh tannins, or too many of those harsh tannins, can turn you off a bottle of wine. And I prefer a softer, rounder mouthfeel. It also is helpful to remove some of those harsher tannins up front, so the wine is drinkable at an earlier age. So how are we going to do that? Well, we're going to add our own protein to this barrel of wine, and then those protein molecules, which are positively charged, will be attracted to the tannin molecules, which are negatively charged. It's going to fall to the bottom, and then we're just going to rack it off, and there you go. Our wine is fine. So how do we do that? Well, I'm actually going to use a French technique, and that is with an egg. Obviously, large-scale guys can't use eggs. If you have 5,000 barrels of wine or a huge tank, you can't add 40,000 eggs to that batch. But if you're a small-time guy like me and you got like 20 or 30 barrels of wine, you can, and it's easily controllable. That's why eggs are so popular for old style, because you don't want to overfine your wine. If you overfine your wine, you remove too much of the flavor. And you don't want to do that as well. So how do we do that? I got one egg. So if it doesn't work, then you're just going to have to assume that I did it correctly down the road. So all you do, basically, is you crack an egg. And I'm not very good at cracking eggs, but getting the egg whites out. But you just want the egg white. So all I'm going to do is just what any baker does. Get the back and forth thing going. Get rid of the yolk inside. Farm, doesn't really matter. I got my egg white, and all I want to do is add I want to suspend this in solution. So what I do is I take some salt, a teaspoon of salt, maybe actually half a teaspoon of salt, with a cup of water. That's about a 0.7% plus or minus salt solution. And all I'm going to do is add my egg. Let's just say I already have a batch of eggs already made up. I'm going to add that to the salt solution. Yada, yada, yada. I'm going to mix it up. And what I'm doing is basically suspending the albumin. And albumin is the protein in the egg white in solution. And I'm going to add 1 to 8 eggs per barrel. Standard would be 2 to 4. I'd say closer to 4 I'll probably use. But it depends on the wine. So once that solution is properly mixed up, I don't want it frothy, I just want it kind of nice and solution-y, that's it. Dump it in the barrel. I mean, literally just dump it in the barrel of wine. I'm going to take my handy stirrer stick, mix it back and forth, as long as I can stand it, 5, 10, 15 minutes, to try to get as much of that, churn as possible. What's going to happen is the proteins are going to attract to the tannin molecules. Bam, falls to the bottom. I rack this off 10 days to 2 weeks later. There you go, you got wine to drink. So that was it. It's before noon, but this is one of the hazards of the job. So I hope you enjoyed this short little video. If you got any questions, you can go to buscadorwine.com and send me an email or some kind of message. Please join the wine club, and thanks to everyone out there that's currently in the wine club. Hope you guys enjoy the new wines coming out, Syrah Cab Blend. Okay, cheers.